morning everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the new updated roadmap because we are getting several things early, which is super duper nice. However, unfortunately, there are also several things that did get delayed. Now, before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So in order to find the roadmap, you will need to come to the official website. I will leave the link in the description below in case you want to read it for yourself. So regarding the March update, it's pretty simple. It's pretty much just the Spring Fiesta seasonal event, and that's pretty much it for March. It's very basic, very dry on content. However, when we come to April, we are getting quite a few things. So first of all, of course, we are getting the level cap increase to level 45. We are getting the new high ranked sectors for the Retem region. However, as you can see here crossed out is the Retem region new urgent quest has been delayed, unfortunately. However, in place of that, we did get the new photon arts 1 month early, as well as the compound techniques, which is really nice. And of course, we also have the room setting feature for photo shoots. So this allows us to create a room without any enemies so that you can adjust the time, the weather, and get those perfect screenshots, or in my case, the perfect intro or whatever scenario that I want to do in a video. However, on top of all of this, something that they did not talk about was actually the super challenging quest release. So in April, we are also getting the super challenging quest. Now, I have several theories about this. The first theory that I have is, you know how we have the double urgent quest right now? I have a feeling that the super challenging quest might be right after you finish the first urgent quest, right? Let's say that you do Dark Falls and you clear it in a team of 8. Then you can do like a rematch version, but with 4 people only, and there's a death limit. So if you die more than 3 times, you automatically fail the urgent quest. So I have a feeling that the double urgent quest that we're having this week is kind of like a testing ground to see if people like it or not, so that in April, when they implement the super challenging quest, then they have a little bit more data to support that, hey, this is a great system, we're gonna implement it. Now that is one theory. The second theory, of course, is just straight up there's like a special trigger or some sort of trigger which is super duper difficult. Maybe a lot of people are thinking like, you know, under the pyramid, maybe some sort of endless type of quest, some sort of divide quest, some difficult content which is like repeatable content, which I am also down to do. So those are my 2 theories. Please let me know in the comment section below what your theories are for these super challenging quests. The next up in May, we are getting the NGS first anniversary event. So this is really important because it is NGS's first anniversary instead of PSO's 10th anniversary. So they are hopefully going to make this a big deal and actually have a lot of free items and like events and stuff for us to do. Maybe even a first collaboration event with like an anime series or like a Monster Hunter series, or maybe Elden Ring or something. That would actually be pretty cool, pretty interesting. But I'm not holding my breath. I wouldn't be surprised if it is like a rehash of a seasonal event, but I really do hope that they give us more stuff to do and just like bombard us with freebies. However, on top of that, we are also getting limited time quests. I have no idea what limited time quests are. They did say limited time urgent quest before, but they crossed it out and then just made it into limited time quest. I have a feeling they did this because they realized that urgent quests, you know, that's a little bit random, you have to wait for it. So I think they changed it to limited time quest because they want people to be able to access this content at any time, because that is a huge problem with NGS in the very beginning, and still even up till now there is still that issue of, hey, I want to do XYZ content, but I don't know when it's going to happen, and I'm kind of sitting there waiting for it to happen. It was really prevalent in the early days. Remember when we had to wait for Gigantics? Like literally every streamer was just sitting there AFKing for hours on end. Hey, a storm comes, a Gigantic spawns, you go kill it, and then you AFK for hours on end again. So I think Sega did learn their lesson and did get a lot of supporting statistics of, hey, maybe this type of game design isn't very good. And so they decided to change it to limited time quest. So maybe it's more like trigger based. You farm, you get triggers, and you can proc it whenever. Or maybe even better, it's just, you know, you just go in and do it whenever you want, such as like divide quest or endless quest or even like advanced quest, stuff like that. And of course, the Retem region's new urgent quest has been pushed back from April into May, but it's okay. If you guys haven't watched the podcast of me and Spook, We have quite a few interesting theories about the new urgent quest for the Retem region. I really do hope that my theory comes to fruition because it's very ridiculous. So my theory, just to spoil you guys, is you know that pyramid? So Spook said that he thinks there's a Dark Falls in it or under it. So I made the joke that maybe it's Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. So when we get the urgent quest, that pyramid just, you know, unburrows from the ground and there's a giant titan with a giant pyramid on his head. And it's like the turtle in Final Fantasy 15, you know, the world turtle or whatever. And it's like, oh no, we're under attack. And then there's different phases to take it out. You gotta like do the urgent quest multiple times. For those who played the base game, you guys probably remember when we ran Shiva, right? Remember the Shiva urgent quest? You had to do multiple phases. Like, first of all, you were outside of the ship. So you had to do like 2 or 3 runs in order to like fill up the points. Once you filled up the points, you would break into the ship. Then you had like a couple phases in the ship and then you got to the boss fight. So essentially you had to do like 3 different urgent quests, even though you had the time limit of 30 minutes. I'm kind of thinking that, yo, if there's a giant Titan pyramid head trying to destroy the city of Retem, maybe we gotta chop off his legs, bust his kneecaps first, and then we gotta climb up to his chest, do that, and then climb into the pyramid. Then there's all this platforming, and then we finally get to the pilot, which is Shinji, and Shinji's just like, no, I don't want to get into the robot. And then you beat the crap out of him, and then yeah, you know, how ridiculous would that sound? It sounds pretty dumb now that I said it, but you guys get the idea. It's whatever, it could be anything. And then finally in June is the second major update for NGS. We are getting a new region, chapter 3 of the story, increased level cap to level 60, and new class skills again. So I am looking forward towards the June update. I think most people are. So really my advice for a lot of people is if you are burnt out of the game and you're just not having fun because, you know, you've done all the content and none of the grinding and all that stuff interests you and you just don't care about any of that stuff, just play other games. Because seriously, this year, or at least this month in February and March, there have been so many games that are coming out. I really don't see any reason why you should force yourself to play PSO2 if you're not having a good time. I mean, Elden Ring is going to keep you busy for at least several hundred hours if that is your jam. So yeah, just play Elden Ring, guys. It's really, really fun. Now, for those who are wondering, Kara, why aren't you playing Elden Ring? Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm really noob at that game. And I don't like the Dark Souls type of game because I get my ass kicked all the time. So the only time I would actually play Elden Ring is if I have like cheats and I have like, you know, God mode or something. But then that defeats the whole purpose of playing the game at all, because I think the game's supposed to be like super challenging, everything kills you. I don't know if you play a samurai in Elden Ring, can you get strong enough that the entire game is just kind of like hee hee ha ha so simple? Like, I don't know, because when I played like Sekiro, when I played Neo, like those games, there were specific builds that if you work towards a specific play style, you could cheese the game and make it like easy mode. You know, if there is such a build in Elden Ring, then maybe I'll try it, maybe I'll play it, I don't know yet. So in conclusion, there is a lot of really cool stuff to look forward to in PSO2. I'm personally super excited, super psyched to play this game. Well, because I like the gameplay loop, I just like combat zones, I like grinding, it's, you know, it's my jam, right? So I have no problems with the game, with the content that's currently coming out. With the new March update where the seasonal points are unlimited, I'm so excited about that, because now I can grind to my heart's desire and I can buy all the items on my ship 1 character, ship 2 character, whatever. There's no pressure of like, oh, I need to prioritize certain materials. I could just be like, I'll just buy everything, forehead. So that is really, really nice. Now, if you watched this far, please let me know, how does the microphone sound? This room that I'm in is really echoey, so I've been experimenting with the position of the microphone. Like right now, it's literally like in my face. So my voice might sound a little bit different because, well, it's literally in my face, probably a little bit more bass, you know? But yeah, just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome? for the heels that boost so